My mother died when she was 39 years old and I was 17. My father abandoned us because of the shock of my mom's death. So I was left in charge of my 4 young siblings. 2 of them were very, very young girls. They suffered a lot. The world was falling apart, but I didn't know what the future would bring for me. I started working at a very young age. I worked for Food for the Hungry, the warehouses. I carried things to the cars, helping other people cook and make bread. In that time, I had a friend who gave me $10 per month so that I can support bringing food to my siblings. The same friend, along with another brother in Christ, decided to give me $20 per month so that I can start studying at the university. When I finished university, I went to work as a technician for FH. From these 2 friends, I learned that God has a plan for my life as well as for my siblings. My siblings, they consider me as their father. Every Father's Day, they call me or they come to my house and stay with me, and they hug me and say thank you. I am Oscar Montes, country director of FH Bolivia. One example of the work of FH is the life of Don Vidal in Toro Toro, in a particular community called Kewaillani. 10 years ago, when FH entered into Kewaillani, we encountered a community that was poor. It was basically abandoned and without hope. It was also a community with very high rates of chronic malnutrition. When we started working with this community, the first thing that we taught them was that God had a plan to develop this community. He wasn't content with seeing people unhappy or seeing them suffering from poverty and malnutrition. We discovered that the community were growing only potatoes and corn, and they had a rate of 30% chronic malnutrition. Through workshops and trainings from our staff, and after 10 years, we see that in this community we have 0% of chronic malnutrition. Now, almost all the families have access to safe water, access to good education, and access to health care. After these successes here in Toro Toro, many NGOs, other municipal governments, and other communities are coming to the community of Don Vidal in order to learn what happened and how this community has transformed in only 10 years.